it's Casey with Snake River Seed Co-op. Welcome Seed Savers Club. This is our second little video here. Today we're going to talk about how plants get pollinated. So as a new seed saver, the most important thing you should know is that plants, your job as a seed saver is to manage who has sex with who, basically. And so, to get what you want, basically. So we're like little chaperones, kind of, with our seeds. So what I want to talk about is how a plant gets pollinated, and then what that means for you as a seed saver. So plants are, they have flowers that, like human beings, there's males and there's females, and in this case, I'm going to use this as an example. This is my lovely flower here. The male flowers have anthers, which make pollen, and inside the pollen has the sperm. And just like in humans, the sperm fertilizes the egg, and it makes, in this case, a seed baby. So the seeds are the little babies of the plant. So what happens is this pollen grain from a male flower lands on the part of the flower that's a female, and it has a little sticky part there, and it lands on there, and then the pollen grain germinates, and it grows a tube down the style of the female flower into the ovary, where there's little eggs in there that get fertilized and they make the seeds. And so this case, in this flower, this is a perfect flower, which means it has male and female parts on the same flower. But some flowers just have male flowers and female flowers and different flowers on the same plant. And in some cases, there's Ron, in some cases, either the entire plant is either male or female, like in the case of spinach. Like spinach plant is either male or female. So the way that this pollen gets to the stigma can happen in 3 ways, and that's what we want to cover today. So one way is insects, bees or whatever, that can move the pollen, right? That's one way. Wind is another way. That wind will blow the pollen from the male plant and it will land onto the female part of the flower. The third way is called selfers, where the plant has perfect flowers, male and female. Usually they're really closed up tight like a tomato, and like a tomato flower. and the male part of the flower touches the female part of the flower, just inside the flower, and so they self-pollinate. And those are the plants that are the easiest, if you're starting seed saving, those are the plants that are the easiest thing to start with. Because those are the plants that you don't really have to worry about what a bee is doing or what wind is doing. The plant's just going to fertilize itself in there, and so you always get what you thought that you were getting when you start. So those plants, for you to begin seed saving, if you're brand new to it, the easiest things would be tomatoes, lettuces, beans, and peas. Those are the most common vegetables that are self-pollinating. So plan on starting with those if you're brand new to seed saving. Next week we're going to talk about a little bit more about that genus and species of the plant and how to know what will maybe cross-pollinate with what in the garden. But if you stick with selfers for your seed-saving adventures, you really don't have to worry about who will cross-pollinate with what. So let's leave it there for today. See you next week.